Vivo X70 co-engineered with Zeiss. That is right, another partnership with one of the best camera makers in the business, Zeiss, and with one of the best smartphone brands in the business, Vivo. Now, this is not the first of their partnership. The first phone to get the Zeiss treatment was the Vivo X60, and that was a few months ago. Those were exciting times for Vivo. I was like, finally, Vivo is starting to partner with one of the best in the business. But the thing about the X60 is that it was the first iteration, or rather the first partnership between the two, and it was only mostly software. There was hardly any Zeiss optics, special hardware integration, and things like that. That did not happen with the X60, but with the X70, we are getting serious. We are getting legit Zeiss lenses right here on all of the cameras of the X70. It even has the T-Star coating. That together with the gimbal stabilization 3.0. Oh my goodness. Now this is one beastly camera phone. Might even be the best camera in the world right now. So let's find out. Let's unbox the phone and check out if it's actually good. This is Vince from TechBeans. Hoo-hoo. I mean, no? Oh, I forgot. Let the unboxing begin.
No.
Okay, so just like the X60, a big square box. Here are the details at the front. Vivo. And the color I have here is Aurora Dawn. By the way, it has two colors. I will show you the other color later. But yeah, photography redefined. Nice. Very high quality stuff. Here's the phone. Of course, it has a hinge mechanism right now. Here are some of the accessories included in the box. This could be high quality earphones. And of course it has, oh, look at that. It's got a microphone, volume controls, extra ear covers, and it looks like it does not have a headphone jack because of this dongle. So yeah, bummer. And we've got here an upgraded charger. Gone is the 33-watt charger from the old phones. Now we're getting the 44 watts. Alright, faster charging, more mileage, more usage. Here is the jelly case. Alright. And of course, we've got here the SIM ejector pin, the important information guide and warranty card, quick start guide, and the product technical specifications. Last but not least, you also get the USB Type-C cable. Alright, gotta say, the packaging is just upscale this time around. Way better than the X60. I really enjoyed that. And here's the phone. Oh my goodness gracious. Hello, beautiful. Oh, isn't that just the best? It definitely looks like a camera phone with a big camera module right there. Just look how much space that consumed at the back. Plus, when you're taking pictures, that looks quite cool. Snap, snap. Yeah, you're definitely gonna look like a badass here. That is both landscape and portrait. Pretty cool. This is the Aurora Dawn, by the way. The colors are pretty much similar to the Sunset Rose of the Vivo V21 series or Vivo V20. It looks really colorful and bright and vibrant, especially when light is touching it. But if this is not your thing, I have here the black color as well. Lucky me. Did I just buy both phones just to show you guys these two? Side by side, that's right. That is how rich I am. No, I'm just kidding. These are review units. And would you look at that? Oh my god. I had to bump up the brightness for the camera just to show you the back of the black one. Now this is my kind of design. This is truly the more premium look. It just looks a lot more sophisticated compared to this one. This one looks a lot shiny. It is brighter and I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. I just like this kind of style. Just subtle, yet strong. And it just looks a lot more flagshipy like than this one. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. You know class, there usually are plain, but has a lot of impact. But this is all subjective, of course. It all depends on you as a buyer, whether you like brighter or you want a much simpler, darker look. But then again, they're just pretty much the same in terms of the size, the dimensions, specs, and everything else. They're just the same model, and it's just the color that's different. I actually want to go with this. Now, if you look closely, I have been touching the phone for quite some time now, and still, no fingerprints whatsoever. Well, that's because the back is a high-class, high-grade matte material, because not all matte finishes are the same. And if it does not attract smudge or dust, then it is high quality for me. And it also does feel very smooth, very svelte, whatever that is. But yes, we're here to take a look at that camera right there. Zeiss. That is all over the camera. There you have the Zeiss logo. And of course, the T-Star right there, saying that the lens are using T-Star coating. T-Star coating is an extra layer that helps control the lighting that passes through the lens, which in turn will give you better low light and better autofocusing. Now, the main function of that T-Star coating is that it allows more light to pass through the lens, bringing you better and brighter photos. Essentially, sharper, better low light performance, I guess. But yes, the main camera is a 40 megapixel Sony IMX customized 766V sensor. It's customized to integrate well with the Zeiss lens. It's got a 12 megapixel telephoto lens that has a focal length of about 50mm. Wow. It also has a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. And get this, even the selfie camera is a Zeiss lens. Could you believe that? That is 32 megapixels. And I can't wait to see what my face looks like with the selfie camera. And you also get free flashes. 1, 2, 3, and you got there the Zeiss Vario Tessar. Actually, the phone is very minimalistic. It looks very sleek. Just the camera module and the logo. No other text, no fingerprint scanner at the back. Just that. But of course, the back is only made out of plastic. You have to know that. This is also made out of plastic. And also the sides, the body. But it makes it up with its lightweight body. It's very light and it's very thin as well. And it also feels very premium. Now let me just cover the sides right here. At the right side, we get the power button, the volume rocker. We get the professional photography letters right here at the top, together with the microphone and another sensor. That might be the light sensor. At the left side, we don't get anything right here. And at the bottom, there is a lot. Starting from the right, the loudspeaker, USB Type-C port, a microphone, and the SIM tray. And as expected, a dual nano SIM card slot, 5G ready. It's even got a placeholder. There you go. Just no micro SD card slot. But then again, this is 256 gigs of internal storage, so that's big. Just enough for your photography needs. But of course, the main benchmark that we have to see here is with gaming. Can it play Mobile Legends without a hitch? But one thing's for sure, look at that. It has ultra graphics right out of the box. That is good news. You don't have to wait anymore to get an update for your Mobile Legends game to experience the best graphics available. And look at this. Oh my goodness, that looks so incredible. Okay, so first of all, the first thing that I noticed right here is that it has a very high resolution. I gotta notice throughout my journey in reviewing phones that not all phones have the same resolution in this game. Some phones have very low resolutions. This is very prominent with entry-level phones, but with flagship phones just like this one, it looks really incredible. High resolution, very sharp looking. From the character models, the environment, the animations, everything looks really nice. And this is legit ultra graphics. Now, there are entry-level phones that have ultra graphics, but they don't look as good as this one. I'm telling you, this is the legit ultra graphics experience. And no lag, as you can see. I have been playing for quite some time, 3 minutes to be exact. But yes, look at this. After unleashing a very powerful SS, boom, no lag, no frame drops. Well, maybe a little bit. But did you see that? That looked quite stunning, right? So yeah, ultra graphics, HFR mode, right out of the box. Pretty nice. But wait, let me just show you this as well. Look at this interface. This is brand new to me. It's a lot more polished. It looks very flagship-like, very clean. You see the CPU and GPU right there. And yes, you can actually boost the performance just like that. CPU, crank up the GPU, but no FPS counter. Just wish that was there. And the sound quality is... oh wow, that's quite loud. Do you hear that? Yep, that is the sounds coming from this phone, my friends. Although it's only single speaker, not the most immersive gaming phone out there. But yes, it has this gaming interface. It's going to show you a lot of options right here. The most useful one is the esports mode. It's going to block all notifications, all calls, all disturbances. This is actually way better than iOS or from the iPhone because they do not have esports mode. Something that blocks all of those disturbances, all of those annoying pop-ups. Yeah, and with the esports mode on his phone, it's gonna help you big time if you're really serious about Mobile Legends. Yeah. Oh, I was not expecting this. Who would have thought the Vivo X70 would make to be a great gaming phone? Nobody. Like, look at that graphics. Oh my goodness. Looks like a PC game. How does it do that? Now this is legit high resolution. It's got all the effects and the shadow. It's got the ambience. It does not look jerky. Like a real PC game, right? Okay, so let me just show you the settings right here. It's got very high graphics and max frame rates, realistic, and it can able to do this except... no, it can actually do God Ray and anti-aliasing at the same time, which is impressive. Wow, I was not expecting that on a MediaTek processor. Usually I only see the best optimization on Snapdragon processors, but not on MediaTek. This was quite a surprise. I just love what Vivo has done with this phone. I have not even seen the camera yet, but this is looking to be one of the best flagship buys this year. Seriously, whoa. Now here's a game that makes any phone sweat. Like literally, this is my benchmark game. Like if you can't play medium graphics on Genshin Impact on a phone, I'm telling you it's not good. But right here, this is medium graphics, 60 frames per second, and it looks like it's running at about 50 to 60 frames per second at medium graphics. Looks pretty okay. What? I'm always recommending medium graphics for any smartphone, simply because going to high is just gonna make the phone hot and unusable. And as you can see, it's already doing those frame drops, and it's not even high graphics yet. Here we go. Let me just show you the highest settings right here at 60 frames per second. And just like that, we did... It's still quite smooth though, but just not as comfortable as the medium graphics. Look at that, it just spiked up in heat, and it's totally unplayable now. But yeah, you can actually play this game at highest graphics if you just want the visuals. But if you want longevity, go for medium graphics, 60 frames per second. You will love it. Alright, now it's time for the cameras. The most exciting part of the phone. The only reason for buying it is because it has the Zeiss partnership. And because of Zeiss, it has now Zeiss lens. Much more powerful, much more flexible, much more professional quality. Okay, without further ado, here are the pictures that I got with the phone. The first thing that I noticed is that the pictures themselves do not look like it was taken from a smartphone. I mean, I get it. If you've taken pictures from your phone, you will know that it looks like it was taken on a smartphone. But with this, since it has that Zeiss processing, it really knows what a true quality picture looks like. And most of the photos that I got with the Vivo X70 looks like it was taken on a DSLR. They just look so fantastic. Colors are not super wild, not super punchy. Skin tone is just realistic. And that background blur, oh my goodness. Now that is something that a smartphone just cannot replicate. A real DSLR bokeh or bokeh. And with the Vivo X70, it has a lot of styles right here. Especially the portrait. Zeiss has added these portrait styles to the portrait mode. Look at this. Bidar, Sonar, Planar, and Hollywood Distagon. And here are the sample pictures I got from all these styles. If you look closely, the bokehs are quite distinct from the others. You can actually test it out for yourself and see the different kinds of background blurs that you can get with this phone. Me, my favorite is the classic one, the classic bokeh. That nice depth of field just is crispy looking. I also noticed that the subject, if it's a person, has a nice skin tone. Doesn't look edited. Most smartphone pictures look kind of edited, and I just don't know why. And here's the selfie camera. That is right, it's still Zeiss. It does have Vivo's beautification right there, so if you have any imperfections on your face right now, you don't have to do some makeup. You just easily turn on the beautification and bam, super smooth, celebrity-like looking skin. Saves you a lot of time. And yes, it still looks like the Zeiss camera, because the selfie camera is still using the same software, post-processing. But I have to say the best part of this camera would have to be its gimbal stabilization. My friends, the Vivo X70 has its latest gimbal sensing camera, which is the third iteration of the gimbal stabilization. It now has this VIS 5-axis ultra stable video, which ensures rock steady video footage in motion, which gonna make sure that any moving footage is rock steady. This superb sensor uses a CFA2+A color filter array, which senses the movement of the subject via color. So yeah, in low light, it still kind of senses if it's a person and how it moves. So this means it really helps with the low light performance while it's being stabilized. And yeah, I did notice that the stabilization is quite smoother this time around. I already thought that the Vivo X60 was quite good in stabilization, but whoa, it was actually beaten by its bigger brother, or newer sibling, the Vivo X70. Maybe it's because it's now powered by new technologies. I guess the only thing that's missing on the Vivo X60 was the quality in low light, and I think that's pretty much fixed on the X70 because of these new additions. Pretty fancy stuff. You also get the same features such as Supermoon, Astro Photography, Pro Sports, pretty much the same as the X60. In video, you get Super Night Mode, just like that. With this, you're going to be able to get some decent low light footage. And you also got the Extreme Super Night Vision. Look at that. When I press the moon, it shows me more options, Supermoon and Astro. But then again, you need a tripod to be actually doing that. It also has a lot of styles right here. Boom. That is the night filters. Okay, so this is just a quick rundown on the specs and the features of the camera, but we're going to be having a full review for that camera in depth. You name it. If this is just not enough information for you, when it comes to the camera, I can have a comparison with the iPhone 13 if you want. Just let me know, guys, in the comments below. And if you want to know the price of this phone, plus the full review of the cameras, all you need to do is subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my great content. Kind of sounds familiar from another channel, huh? Handsome guy, handsome voice. This is Vince Domingo from TechBeans, and I'll see you on the next video.